What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dermy Wormy. I'm coming at you with another episode of G Gundam Reviews. This is episode 25. And to be honest, this is gonna probably be a very fast one. I know this episode like the back of my hand. Like I know most of these shows like the back of my hand. And yeah, I could get through this pretty darn fast because this is a more clip-based episode. Reintroducing you to a bunch of characters, our main crew, and going on from there. Not a whole lot gets said. There is some introductions and showing of stuff and some surprises that happen. Changes to the overall rule, some memorable moments get re-shown, context, ideas like that. It's not a whole lot that actually happens this episode. I think ultimately I could do this pretty darn fast if we just work through it. So why don't we do that, shall we? So let's pull her on up. We first get the announcer saying, hey, it's been 13 months. Well, 12 months. 12 months. It's been 1 year. Everybody's been fighting, and now we're here in Hong Kong for the final rounds. For the opening ceremony starts up today. Let's go. And that's pretty much what it is. This is the only area we're at through the entire episode. Don't go anywhere. Don't do anything. This is the area. So yeah, not a whole lot happens. And we have our announcer, who's a lovely woman who flies around. She's our news reporter who's just going around saying, hey, opening ceremonies, we have this special stadium just for this round, for these tournaments and stuff. We are going to be doing this all, and we're having a celebration as delegates from all over the Federation, all the colonies, all the government officials are coming to pay homage to this man here, Wong, who is the leader of Neo Hong Kong. And he does make a few comments saying, hey, the party's just beginning. I can say this because there's not a whole lot to comment on in this episode. So I'm going to comment on some other stuff. You can tell a lot about Wong from the moment we get introduced to him. This episode, you can figure out a lot about him. How he has his glass raised. He's very slick. He's very smooth cut. This is a very, very, I don't want to say gaunt, extravagant. Very extravagant chair. A very over-the-top chair. And normally when you will see him, he's in that chair. He is a very extravagant fellow, and from the first time we see him, when he comments, hey, the show's just about to begin, and you see his face, or the games are about to begin, or the fun's about to begin. I can't remember the exact comment, but it's something's about to begin. You can tell there's something about this dude. There's something with this dude. Something's a little weird here, and we'll figure it out as the series moves forward. We get shown Gundams. Domon gets comments from Admiral Alube, or General. God, I'm blanking it. Alube, Major Alube. Major Alube congratulates Domon on finishing up Dark Gundam, being able to bring that into everything. Dr. Kashu does as well. A lot of this, I'm doing this. And then we have the government dude whose name still escaped me, tells Domon, you still have one final fight that you must do, and you must be able to bring it home. And Domon guarantees that he will win in honor of his father. And then the opening ceremonies begin, and I can swing through this pretty darn fast because they go through all of our Gundams. The first Gundam they show off is Maxter. We get moments from Maxters just throughout the show, commenting on it, talking about abilities, weaponry, things like that, skills, just all around. Chippity being the pilot, And we get Chippity then reciting his motto that he wants to be the dream of America. We get introduced to Saisaishi. Similar comments to Saisaishi, weapons, abilities, things of that nature. And then Saisaishi saying he's doing this for the Shaolin Temple. We are then introduced to the elegant Rose Gundam. She makes comment that it's elegant. And we are introduced to George Descent, the reason he's doing this as a knight, the honor of his nation, Lady Maria. You know, I can swing through this. And lastly, well, second to last is Argo, the most feared pirate, fights for Russia, strong, all that, all of his abilities, and then some of his past, and noting he's a forever prisoner of Neo Russia, and that's what he's fighting for. Yeah, I can do this really fast. And he reiterates his reasoning for doing this. His crew, to free his crew. That's important to him. Finally, we get introduced to the new Gundam. And I do like Domon's introduction. I do like all their introductions for the most part, because it gives you some nostalgia, because you've been watching through it this whole time. You see clips of them throughout the time. I went through them really fast, but that's kind of what it is. It's just reiterating stuff we already know. It's reintroducing. It's that midway point. But we get introduced to Burning Gundam for Neo Japan. This nice look, everybody's celebrating. And we get Domon talking. And he says something poignant, something I was bringing up last episode, and something he brings up this episode. I brought this up last time. He starts thinking of Shining Gundam. How Shining Gundam got him here. And he starts going through all their fights together, how Shining Gundam was so important to him, and how he grew with him. And in the end, Shining Gundam was there for him when he most needed it, but being piloted by Rain, technically. And Rain thinks about it, and we see re-see the most important, I argue, the best moment of last episode. Rain piloting Shining Gundam to pass on the battle data and all the information to Burning Gundam. The love that they share doing that. And Domon makes the final point. As much as he wants Shining Gundam to watch over him, he notes that Burning Gundam is more than just Burning Gundam. Burning Gundam is all three of them. It is Domon, Shining Gundam, and Burning Gundam all as one. That is what Burning Gundam is. It's everything brought together. And I think that is a good representation of what Burning Gundam is supposed to be. It is a ultimate representation of where we have come. It is the upgraded version. A lot of Gundam series do this, that you end up getting your upgraded form. Here it is. Here is essentially Shining Gundam 2.0, but it's Burning Gundam. And I like it. I like the callback. We then have all of our Shuffle Alliance members lined up, and the commenter says, hey, rumor says all these dudes wield the Shuffle Crest, so it shows that they're going to be a match for this whole tournament. These guys are the ones to beat. These guys are super strong. They are determined. They are powerful. And we get this nice iconic scene, this nice iconic frame of all of them together, with Domon in the middle being their leader. I do like this moment. And then we get back up to Wong, Prime Minister Wong, where he's commenting to somebody. He says, so they are the strongest, huh? They're the ones to watch. And he's commenting to somebody, and we get a shadowy figure that you can pretty much figure out. Yeah, they make this really a knock on the show. They could have done better at hiding who these people are. But he says, yes, these are the ones to watch. And you can probably figure out who the heck this is. The reasoning he's alive, that is a mystery. That sort of gets revealed, but don't comment. Don't. That is a surprise. Middle part happens. Come back. When we start getting introduced to more of the Gundams, we see Greece's Zeus Gundam, comments of elegance. Hurricane Gundam from Neo Finland. Tauros Gundam. Mandela Gundam from Neo Nepal. Nepal doesn't get really talked about nowadays, does it? It's kind of nice knowing that Japan still recognizes Nepal. Cobra Gundam from Neo India. Gundam Zebra from Neo Kenya. Let's be a little real here. We have some, they had some fun with these. They had some fun with these Gundams. We then have Lumber Gundam. No, yeah, Lumber Gundam. Gundam Lumber. Grizzly Gundam. Lumber Gundam is I think Japanese. Graham comes up right behind Argo, and we have a moment of Argo recognizing that Graham wants to battle him. That's why he came all the way here, and we recognize their battle all the way back in Canada, back at the beginning of the series. It's kind of nice how they bring us full circle and remind us of everybody. Domon makes comment of them. Then we have an explosion in the middle of the battlefield, and from the shadows, or the smoke, comes Shadow Gundam. And we see Schwartz Bruder is still technically alive. I'm not lying. I'm about to the meat and potatoes of this episode. I'm not lying. There's not a whole lot in this episode. I'm almost to the actual important parts. But as we get there, Schwartz Bruder being reintroduced. Domon comments on how they all comment on how influential Schwartz was to their training, to their help in the Yana Highlands, and Domon comments on how Schwartz helped train him. Helped him learn the super mode, helped him understand the serene state of mind, unlock it and all that, and then how Schwartz risked his own life to save him in the end. It's super influential guy. Domon says, "How the heck are you here?" And Domon says, "Who are you and how are you here?" And Schwartz says, "Not important. What is important is that." And here's the important part. Here's where the meat and potatoes begin. For those of you who do not remember, we see two familiar Gundams. Now, I'm going to have to make a comment here. One of these Gundams I have talked about and done a review on. It is from the very first episode. You can find that episode on my Rumble. Links are down in the description. But this here is Neros Gundam of Neo Italy and Royal Gundam of Neo England. For those of you who aren't aware, that is doing this dude off the top of my head. I remember him. This is Gentle Chapman, and it'll come back to me. Oh my lord, I am trying to remember. Oh, crying out loud. I cannot remember his name. Italy guy. That's where we're going to call him. And Domon takes note of that. He says, "Hey, how are they still here?" I'm looking at the dude's face, and it's still just escaping me right now. Because, okay, we're going to call him Italy guy for right now, until it can come back to me. Because these two guys, Domon took out. Italy dude was the very first opponent for Domon. And Gentle Chapman was more than just taken out. He kind of passed away. Remember, Gentle Chapman was going insane. Why am I blanking? Neros Gundam's pilot. Why am I blanking on that dude's name? It's driving me up a wall right now. Because I heard it. I heard it 3 times. But Domon's confused. Like, this dude should be dead. This dude's in prison. Why are they here? And shock flows over. We see Domon taking out Neros Gundam. We see Domon taking out... Oh, that's Neros still. We see Domon taking out Royal Gundam. Like, he destroyed them. They are defeated. George says, "Yes, I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Chipsy says, "That's not right." I know Saisaishi ended up commenting that he's going to get the officials. And yeah, you saw it. Saisaishi comments he's going to get the officials. Just repeated it. Here it comes. The real reveal, even though you've kind of already figured it out. And I think I spoiled it last week. Schwartz says they're not important. They are just the beginning of what's to come. Look. And as they look, as Royal Gundam and Neros Gundam are now on the other sides of the door, kind of beckoning in who is coming on a horse, we are introduced to Master Asia. Back with the powerful Master Gundam, completely built, completely intact, atop Funsaki. I love this Gundam, by the way. I love this style. I love him on top of Funsaki, which, by the way, I have right here. I really love Master Asia and Funsaki. I think they are a cool design. I think they are a cool setting, and I think they are a cool pair. As they are introduced, we hear, the bits and pieces. Hey, it's him. It's Master Asia, and we get his thing. Honored champion, gonna be here. He once was in Gundam How. He's now piloting the more powerful Gundam Master. He has also been rumored to have taken out mysterious mobile units single-handedly, reminding us about that, how powerful he is, and how he once trained Domon, and how the two of them are very strong together, and we get shown their fighting styles together and how powerful they truly are. Like, this is a reveal, and Domon comments, "Hey, he's no master of mine. I renounced your mastership, and I remember destroying you." And that's what we get shown was Domon, the end of last episode, Domon brutally ending Master Gundam. So how is Master Gundam and Master Asia here? Domon asks, and basically Master Asia tells him to shut up. No, he doesn't basically do it. He says, shut up. That's when Master Asia begins the speech. This is when we get some actual development. Master Asia lays it out flat. The 13 of you, because there's only 13 fighters, even though I think there's a bit more than just 13, because we haven't seen all the Gundams that are here. The 13 of you have fought very hard to get here. You're going to go through the prelims. You're then going to go to the island this island that his name is escaping me, that I will be waiting for the final round, which is a battle royale. In the battle royale, I will beat you all, and I will be declaring myself as not just master and undefeated of the East, but undefeated of the East, North, South, West, and Center. He will become the truly undefeated and Super Asia. I'm not joking. He calls himself Super Asia. He won't just be Master Asia. He will be Super Asia. I like the over-the-top and grandiose nature of it. Everybody's shocked. They don't know what's going on. And Domon says, you know what? He makes a declaration that shocks the stadium and shocks the crowd. He declares he will win all of his preliminary battles and make it to the final round unscathed. He will do it. A feat that is unrecognizable. Everybody's kind of shocked by it. It's a grandiose thing. It's something that you are declaring in front of all the rivals, and they don't know how to answer it. Chippy says that's our Japan, kind of hot-headed. And then we get another moment with Wong, because Wong comes up from the ground, and I'm not kidding you again, just arises on his chair. And Wong says that you need to calm down now. This is a time for celebration, not a time to be hot-headed with each other. This is when we're supposed to be cordial. And Wong continues the ceremonies. All the Gundams perk up, realizing that, hey, this is the dude who's in charge right now. And Wong lays out 3 new rules. You've been fighting, you've gone this far, here's 3 new rules that you're going to have to deal with. Rule number 1. This is the most important rule. Your Gundam can constantly be repaired, can constantly be traded out, and you can get a brand new Gundam if you require. So the whole attacking the head, not a big deal anymore. You can just repair it. That's that. Number 2. This is the scarier one. Targeting of the cockpits is now fair game. You can target it all you want. You can do whatever you want with the cockpits, which before was a no-no. Because it was frowned upon, you could actually, you'd be disqualified immediately. And everybody is shocked by that. Rain even comments, hey, that is super dangerous. The pilots might die. Everybody is taken back. Like, this is shocking. Final rule, which isn't really a rule, but a declaration. For anybody who wins the final match, wins the battle royale, you will be your Gundam and you will be declared the Super Gundam. The strongest Gundam of them all, the most powerful of them all. Not really a rule, more of a declaration. And with that, he asks for the ceremonies to basically be finished up by Master Asia and Domon to explain the strengths of the School of the Undefeated of the East. And that's just what they do. They begin similar to when they first met. The introductions to the School of the Undefeated of the East, them fighting each other, them striking the poses, doing it all over again. But this time, where before they were friendly, this time they're angry. So they're actually putting strength into it. They go through the lines. I can't remember it. I remember this part. The East is burning red. Strikes again. Poses actually with vigor and anger now. And they finish up the ceremony fully with them striking their pose and both shooting off their finger attacks, causing a massive explosion, which lights their tournament fire. It's kind of like the Olympics, you know, the eternal flame. And with that, they all recite the Gundam Oath, which is escaping me right now, but there is a Gundam battle fighting oath. Everybody recites it, and the tournament is off. And then we get another moment from Wong where, hey, fun's about to begin. You can tell Wong has something up his sleeve. You can tell there's something up with Wong. He's planning something, and I'm curious what he's planning. I know what he's planning, but it lays the seeds that something's going on. And I'm trying to remember a lot of this part. I believe everybody starts from Dr. Kashu, Major Ilube, even Rain. This is going to be an interesting year. This is going to be an interesting tournament. This is going to be a very disturbing tournament. How powerful everybody is. And Domon recognizes that, remembers his dad, and declares that he will win, no matter what. And that's that. I was not lying. Hey, it took me longer than I thought. But I wasn't lying when I said I could get through this episode really fast. I still like the episode. Not one of my favorite episodes. Simplistic episode. All it is opening ceremonies. Getting to reconnect it with everybody. Getting to know where we came from. Where we are now. What's about to happen. What's about to happen is a bunch of insanity. Over the topness. And I'm telling you, from my memory, the first match that Domon has is... This is from memory. Because I always get Domon's first match mixed up. But I believe his very first match is next week, and it is a doozy. I didn't see the to be continued because it's been a while, and I also like to be surprised. But with that being said, guys, let me get your thoughts down in the comments below on all this. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share it out with your friends, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video go live, guys. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.